Hi, all of you. Good afternoon, all of you. Last couple of demo sessions, we just discussed about some definitions or terminologies, something like. No problem, sir. If anybody who missed the classes, will share the video links. And today I'm going to starting HTML introduction. Our main subjects are HTML. So before starting our HTML, see some small information. In this course, we are going to covering HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. No Angular, no React, or no something else. If you join Angular and React, sir, we are starting separate batches. Whenever the batch started, you will get the information. Means messages or something else. So in this 2 p.m. batch, we are going to covering only 3 technologies: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript part. This is the first information. And the second one, so batch timings. I already announced it in the sessions, but so many students, they're asking what is the timing, what is the timing. So 2 p.m. to 3:40 p.m. or batch timing. 2 to 3:40 p.m. 4 o'clock you have some other session, and I have also 4 o'clock other session. So session to session of 15 minutes gap. Enough? So 2 to 3:40 our session timing. And the next one is duration. It takes the minimum 45 sessions, the duration. This batch duration, it takes the minimum 45 sessions. 45 sessions, underline that word. 45 sessions. The total duration of the batch. This one, only HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And then what about the notes and examples and programs or something else, sir? Examples and theory part, everything will share by using Google Classroom link. You don't worry about the theory part and you don't worry about the examples. If you are able to manage the running notes, you can continue it. I don't have any objection. But who are unable to write the running notes, sir? Those candidates, I'll share the total theory part in our Google Classroom link. 1 or 2 days, we'll get the Google Classroom link. So once the link is generated, I'll announce directly in the class. The link code also I'll share directly to you. I'm directly sharing, sir. You don't need to contact the admin. I'll directly sharing to you. So notes and examples, everything you will get by using Google Classroom link. Online students, Google Classroom link not created yet. 1 or 2 days, it will take the time. Once the link is generated, I'll directly announce in the class. You don't worry about that one. Next one, especially for online students, this in my next point. If you have any questions or doubts, end of the session, ask it. In the middle of the session, please don't drop any questions or any queries. I'm unable to answer your queries. Well, again, you are feeling or hurting or something. Huh? So 3:30, 3:40, I'm stopping the session, sir. Next 15-20 minutes, I'll spend the time for clearing of your doubts, right? So middle of the session, please don't disturb. If you drop any questions, I'm unable to respond to your questions, especially online students. If you have any queries or if you have any doubts, if you have any questions, end of the session, we can directly drop in the chat box. Next, a couple of sessions completed, sir, demo sessions. Demo videos, will share it. Demo videos links, will share it. That's not a problem. End of the session, I'll share that links also. So this is the information about our class. I hope you don't have any more questions or something else. Duration available, batch timings available. What are the things we are discussing? That main topics list available. And what about the notes and examples via Google Classroom link? We'll share it. And the demo sessions videos are sharing. And that links at end of the session, I'll share in the chat box. ఇప్పుడే అనౌన్స్ చేశాను just. Okay, now we are going to starting HTML introduction. So what we are going to discussing in HTML introduction, sir? Little bit of the history of HTML, features of HTML, advantages, programming guidelines of HTML, or 10 to 12 points available, sir. The 12 points I'm going to explaining now. These 12 points gives the information about the HTML, history to advantage. Everything covers in these 12 points. After these 12 points, we'll start the programming also. So first of all, who developed this HTML and when it will comes into our market and what is the current version it's going on, sir? Current version of the HTML is HTML 5.2, sir. It's the latest version. Recent version and latest version. HTML 5.2. Generally, we are saying as HTML5, HTML5. 0.2, it's a subversion, updated. Recent version or new version, I'm saying here, right? Maybe somebody is thinking recent version in the sense last year released or 2 years back released like that, sir. No. 7.5 years back released this version. Not now. From the last 7.5 years onwards, we don't have any updations in HTML. Versions not released. Why, sir? Reason I don't know, sir. We should ask the Tim Berners-Lee. Otherwise, we should ask the W3C. So from last 7 years onwards, we don't have any updations in the HTML. But we have updations in CSS and JavaScript. Even last year, JavaScript, they released new features also. CSS, JavaScript updating daily. But HTML was stopped. My point of view reason is HTML 5.2 already provided everything to developer. Nothing to introduce, nothing to develop. For designing of web page, what are the things you required? What are the tags required? What are the attributes required? That everything already they released. Nothing to enhance that one. Maybe they are waiting for the new platform or new frameworks or something else. So are you going to discussing the HTML5 version also, sir? Yes, sir, 100%. First, we are discussing normal HTML. Normal HTML completed, sir. Last days, HTML5 features, especially we are discussing 4-5 days. What are the new things of the HTML5? What are the new tags? What is the functioning of those? 4-5 days only spending for the new features of HTML. Rest of periods, normal explanations going on. The version related information. Next, who developed this HTML and when they releases into market, sir? Actually, HTML developed by the Tim Berners-Lee, sir. HTML was developed by Sir Tim Berners-Lee. We know this name very well, sir, because he is the father of web also. Tim Berners-Lee is also called as father of web. We have father of computers. Who is that? Charles Babbage. Like that, the father of web is Tim Berners-Lee. He is the inventor of HTML. He developed the HTML individually. Remember, sir, alone. No company supports, no group support. There is no company participation also. Generally, if you want to develop any software, sir, a group of people, so some so company support required. Example, your Java, sir. Sun Microsystem support not available. We can't release the Java. Oracle database, sir. Oracle Corporation compulsory support. But HTML not like that. It's a straight and for independent developmentation. No company supports, no group support. So HTML was developed by the Tim Berners-Lee and it is released in 1993 last days. And actually 1993 December, sir. Somebody rounding off that 1993 and they are saying as a 1994. Nothing problem. 93 ending, they releases the HTML. So ending days now, automatically we are going to rounding up that one. That says somebody's point of it's a 94. And the actual date is this one, 93 December. So which one we have to follow, sir? Better it's follow the 93 December. Release date in. What is the version of that one, sir? HTML 1.0. The first version of the HTML is HTML 1.0. This is the version. Now see this sentence. HTML was developed by Tim Berners-Lee and it was released in the 1993 December. The first version of the HTML is 1.0. The current version of the HTML is 5.2. This is the starting days version, sir, and this is the current version. Simple thing. Next. HTML is the first language to develop the web pages, sir. It is the first language to design the web pages. No, sir, it's not first language. HTML is actually third generation language. HTML is actually third generation language. Or before HTML, what are the languages we use, sir? I'll just give the information. One is the GML, second one is the SGML, and after that HTML. GML is the first generation language, SGML is the second generation language, and HTML is the third generation language. What is the meaning of generations, sir? Simple thing, sir. The very first GML released. After 1 year, SGML released. After 1.5 years, HTML released. The general matter. Directly HTML not came into the market. SGML enhancement is HTML. SGML is the enhancement of GML. So, as per computer terminology, this is the first generation language, the first language, and this is the second language, and this is the third language. For what purpose? This is the first language, this is the second language, and this is the third language. For what purpose? To develop web pages. To develop web pages. For developing of web pages, for developing of websites, the very first released language is GML. After that, some enhancements, SGML came into the market. After that, again some enhancement, HTML came into the market. Every software it is happens, sir. So here, somebody you have some C knowledge and somebody you have the Java knowledge, right? But C language directly released. C is directly released, Dennis Richey? No. First Bcpl is came or not? Bcpl. Bcpl enhancement is B. B enhancement is C language. So C is also third generation. First attempt to Bcpl, not workouts. Well, again, second attempt to B language. And the last attempt is C language. Next, Java students. Directly Java released into market? No. First, work. Work again enhanced to Java. Every software previous history available. Every software mostly they comes from enhancement of the existing things only. Enhancement of existing things. Like that, our HTML is also enhancement of SGML. SGML is already enhanced of GML. So first phase, next to second, levels are increasing like that. This is the very first language used to develop the web pages. This is the second language used to develop the web pages. And this is the third language. This is the third language used to develop the web pages. We don't need to know this one, sir. Just for background knowledge, we are discussing, that's all. We want to focus only HTML. But if I'm not explained this point, sir, but mostly what you are feeling, HTML is the only language. HTML is the first language to develop the websites. That is a wrong guidance. That's why we are giving clarity about that one. Next one, GML, SGML, HTML, XML, something, something, something. All these are the markup family. Markup family. Last two letters observed, ML, ML, and ML. ML stands for markup language. ML stands for markup language. How many markup languages we have, sir? A lot of available, sir, but currently market to 3-4 only running. Most of the things RIP, rest in peace. Markup languages is the special category in our programming languages. But anybody, can you call Oracle is a programming language? Oracle is a programming language. No, C language? Yes. Like Oracle is different to C different. C belongs to programming languages family. Oracle belongs to databases family. Databases is part of the software. Programming language is also part of the software. Like that, markup language is also part of the software. One separate group. So how many languages available here, sir? Just for an awareness, I'm listing, sir. GML, SGML, our HTML, DHTML, XML, XHTML, next UML, WML, etc., etc. What is all these, sir? Markup family, big family, but so many expired. Few people say. Why expired, sir? And 80 plus years, 90 plus years, century also crossed. In a century after. So what are the languages right now running in market, sir? HTML one full demanding right now in the market, sir. Second is the XML. These two is the mostly used markup languages in current days. XML also we are using, sir. XML web services, one subject also available separately. It takes 1.5 months also training. Separate subject, that one. So right now in the market, most trending and most used languages are HTML and XML. So maximum most of the things are already outdated. Somebody ready, waiting list available, ticket confirmed, gone away. Simple. This is also just for awareness. So this is the small history about the HTML. Next, I'm focusing on the full form, sir. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This everybody knows, I think. Hypertext Markup Language. I'm not focusing on the full form. I'm trying to focus on the meanings. Is there any meaning for hypertext? Yes, sir. Is there any meaning for markup? Yes, hypertext meaning available, markup meaning available, language meaning also available. And if we are interested, we can learn it, sir. Not interested, we can just throw it. That's not a problem. So I'm trying to say the meanings of the three words for better knowledge of the subject. What is hypertext? What is markup? What is language? First, I'm starting with the hypertext. Full forms, no, sir. Meanings I'm trying to explain. Hypertext. What is exact meaning of that one, sir? Hyper means navigation. Hyper means navigation. Now, Google navigation is available, no? Like that, web page navigation. Is it necessary navigations or is there any navigations in our websites, sir? Try to open any website, sir. Just a minute. Open any website, regular websites, Amazon or Flipkart or something else. So this is Amazon's home page. I hope you know all of you this one. Amazon's home page. After opening a home page, what we are doing generally? Just watching or after watching you are clicking somewhere? Click using or not? Where we are clicking, sir? On hyperlink. We are clicking on hyperlink. That is, I am saying as a navigations. But suppose here appliances available. If I click on this one, sir, home appliances page is going to opens. Check it. Home appliances page is opens. But this is page number 1 or page number 2? Page number 2. Next, I'm going to clicking on some AC, Amazon Basics 110. This is page number 1 or 2 or 3? 3. But what happens? See that journey starts with page number 1. We click somewhere on the page number 1. Then we move to page number 2. Again, click somewhere on the page number 2. And we are moving to page number 3. 1, 2, 3, this movement is called as the navigation in programming terminology. So, hyper means navigation. Exact meaning of navigation, what, sir? Means moving from one web page, to another web page. Navigation is nothing but moving from one web page to another web page. Hyper means navigation, sir. If you have any problem with the navigation meaning also I mentioned here. So HTML always encouraging or HTML always supporting to move from one web page to another web page. You can just imagine, sir, daily you are using so many websites in your real life. A Gmail, Yahoo, Flipkart, or something. After opening of any web page, are you going to using clicks or not? Confirm, 99% we are using click. When you click on that one, sir, you are navigating from this page to the next page. A navigation code who developed, sir? We only HTML developers. Future. Maybe tomorrow examples are starting. We are going to developing the same thing only. This is the meaning of the first hyper. The HTML's main concept, sir. HTML main concept is this navigation system. But what about this text, sir? Text nothing but data. The second word, the text is nothing but data. In our websites, we have data or not? Data means your programming terminology, values or information. When you are moving from one web page to another web page, sir, compulsory data traveling, sir. Your username, so your passwords, so your OTPs, your phone numbers, or sometimes our system IP addresses also. IP address of your system, username of your system, or configuration of your system. This all information is always traveling from the client to server. Whenever you click, see that common man to developer, I'll show the small difference here. But common man point of view, sir, this is Amazon website. I click on here TV page opens. The common man. Now back to the first page. As a developer, when I click on this image, sir, it opens the next page. For opening of that next page, server trapping all your system details. Server capturing all your system details. Your IP address received by the Amazon server. Compulsory. But we are not sharing, sir. Your permission I don't need. Amazon feeling. Your permission I don't need. But I'm accessing your IP address. I'm tracing your system username. I'm tracing your browser information. And I'm tracing your system configuration. And also I'm tracing which internet connection you are using. Either something BSNL or GL or Geo something. That one. From which area you are accessing the net. Amirpet. These all information sent to Amazon server. When, sir? when you just use the small click. That only now nowadays government is trying to give the awareness. You are getting some messages, links available, don't click, don't click, don't click. And a lot of awareness is providing by the central government and as well as the banking sector also. One small message you are receiving in WhatsApp or normal, as a link available. If you just click on that link, sir, your bank account's katham. But who sharing your bank password? Are you given a? No. Your bank information? No. You just touching on the link. Account to collapse. It happens recently also. One teacher, 21 lakhs go in the. He just received a small message and some little bit awareness problem. Touch. Within 1 minute, 21 lakhs go in the. The link inside, that much of information is available. So after all links are, after all link, our life katham. Simple. After all bullets are, bullet says how much? This one only. But result, one ticket confirm. Like that, this links also same thing. When I click on this one, sir, my system IP address is sending to the Amazon. My system configuration sending to Amazon. This area name, something Amirpet, Balkampet, something. That the information also sending to server. So this we called as a text. But every information sending in the form of text, sir. The user ID, OTP, contact number, email IDs, date of birth, PIN codes, CVV codes, anything. HTML point of it's a text. If you're given any variety of data, HTML always treats as a text only. Different data types not available in HTML. I'll just do the small comparison, see that. In our programming languages, integer is one type of data. Long is one type of data. Float is one type of data. Double is one type of data. Character, string, boolean. Programming languages, we have these varieties of data types. But comes to the HTML, we have only one model, that is text only. If you are given any type of this data, finally HTML converts into text format. So other data types are not supported by the HTML. The one and only data type text. So text means data, and this data traveling, or this data transporting from client to server. This data transporting from client to server. The text means the data. The data is always transporting from the client to server. So hyper means navigation. Text means data transportation. If we combine the both things, then it becomes as a hypertext. But common definition what, sir? So this is the common definition. This is our client mission, sir. And as well as our browser. Client come our browser. And this is the server. www server. When I click on some link here, sir, the call goes to like this. Now server is sending one page to our system. This is the through and flow operations. When you are traveling like this, sir, our data is also traveling. Here also the data is traveling always. This is our client mission and browser. Inside the browser, we open a web page. Here some link available. When you click on this link, sir, the call goes to server. Server responding to the next page. We are clicking on some link and server is responding to the next page. In this through and flow operations, always the data is traveling. That is sometimes with our interference traveling, sir, sometimes without our interference traveling. But Amazon example what I shown, without our interference, sir. This is without our interference. Sometimes our interference is available. Example, sir. Take the Facebook. And here we are supplying some username and password. This is the some username and this is some password. Small things are, if anybody you are not interested in the session, please wait up the end of the session because you are disturbing a lot of the session. Required kada? How many students you are disturbing? See that? Time pass coming, huh? Idiots. This is our Facebook login page, and here we are entering some username, and here we are entering some password. Then now click on the login button, sir. What happens now? It's connecting to server. At the same time, these details sending to server or not? Compulsory. Data transporting from client to server. Your data validating. It's the proper data, sir. You will get the next page as a result. So this is our interference or without our interference? Our interference. And here, sir, without our interference. But data transportation is the common point. We know sometimes and sometimes we don't know, that's all. So this is the first word, sir. HTML web pages inside. What happening? That is simply explained here. The first word is representing what are the things are happens in our web page. Navigations and data transportation system. Except that nothing is there in HTML. Next, the second one is markup. The second one is markup. So what is the meaning of markup, sir? The style of programming or the structure of the programming or the way of programming. Every software follows one style of programming. Somebody calling style of the program, sir. Somebody calling structure of the program also. Somebody is calling pattern of the program. Different words are available, but meaning is same only. Markup is the structure of the programming. What is meaning, sir? If I want to develop any web page, suppose if I want to develop any web page, either login page or sign up page or something page, what to do, sir? We should write some code compulsory. Without writing the code, nothing is comes, sir. Login page or sign up page, if anything I want to develop it, I should write some code. But while writing of the code compulsory, we should use some predefined components. Some subjects you are using functions. Some subjects you are using the classes and objects methods. Some subjects you are using the queries for performing of some tasks. For HTML, what we are using, sir? Markup we are using. What is meaning of markup, sir? Tags. The markup represents tags. Markup represents tags. So HTML is a tag-oriented programming. The second word is determines, or second word represents which type of coding we are following, a type of the code representation, this one. I'll write here the second point, see that. HTML is a tag-oriented programming or tag-oriented language. This is the first time we are using this type of pronunciation, sir. No, sir. Just I'll do the small comparison. C is a procedure-oriented programming. I hope you know this sentence. Java, .NET and Pythons are the object-oriented programming. .NET all are the generally object-oriented programming. And somebody you are attending Oracle also, right? Oracle and MySQL, all these are the, sir, query-oriented programmings. MySQL, all these are the queries. How can they judge like that, sir? Very simple, sir. Go to the C program. Without taking any functions support, without taking any function help, try to solve one program. Possible as C students? No. If you want to solve one program, main required the void main. What is that main? Function only itself. So your program starts with function, program ends with function. That's we are saying as a procedure or function oriented. Like that, go to the Java or .NET sir. If you want to solve any program or problem, classes and objects are compulsory. Just I want to do the finding sum of two numbers. Sum of two numbers. Class required or not required? Java and .NET. Mandatory. Object required or not required, sir? Compulsory. So it is an object oriented. Next, go to the Oracle or MySQL or SQL server, whatever it may be, sir. Don't touch any query, retrieve the data. No. Don't touch any query, store the data. No. That is completely depending on queries. So every subject to one structure available, one programming pattern available. Like that, our HTML is a tag oriented. If I want to design any web, any purpose, I have to use the tags. Without tags, nothing to do in HTML. Without tags, nothing to do in HTML. So top to bottom, we are eating tags. We are drinking also tags, water, drinking and we are breathing also tags. So eating, breathing, drinking, sleeping, staying, tag only comes out. Yes. Tags only coming out. Inflow tag, outflow tag, digestion is also tags only. So that is the HTML coding style, simple thing. So the second word is represents which type of programming we are following. We are following a tag oriented programming. See the small awareness are here. This is the basic HTML page. Basic HTML programming. Got a blue letters visible. What are the words appeared in the blue? That all are the tags. All blue color letters, all are the tags. Remove blue color letters, all are, sir. What we have? Blank page. If you run the program also, you will get empty page only. Nothing is comes. So for designing of any type of web page, these tags are compulsory. That is the way of programming means. So markup representing the type of the program. The type is tag oriented program. Next, the last word, language. So what is this language meaning, sir? What HTML performing the responsibilities or duties? A duties indication is this language. So how can say that one, sir? HTML is the mediator between the web developer and web browser. HTML is the mediator between the web developer, means we, and browser. So mediators are called as generally languages. Suppose I'm explaining and you are trying to listen something, sir, with the language or without language? With the language. Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, whatever it may be, English. One language available, we can communicate with each other. Language not available, sir. Communication is complication. So like that, I'm the web developer. This is my browser. So I want to communicate with this browser, sir. Yes, we can give the instructions. What are the work you want to perform? Which operations you want to perform? Write that all the things as a instructions and send to browser. So where we can write those instructions are in HTML. So like as English, HTML is also one language. Like as Hindi, HTML is also one language. But English, Hindi, Telugu, these are the mediators between human being to human being. And this is the mediator between the human being to system. So language, it is a media between the web developer and the web browser. HTML is also playing a mediator role between, sir, the web developer and the web browser. The word's meaning is that one, sir. First one is the purpose. Second one is the type of the programming. And third one is the responsibility of the HTML. Last sentence once again repeating, sir. HTML is also playing as a language role, and it is a mediator between the web developers, means we, and the web browser. So I have the small doubt here. Why we are communicating with the browser, sir? Any idea? We all are the web developers. Why we are communicating with the web browser? As a developer, why you are trying to interact with browser? Reason. Last session we discussed about this point. Browser is the translator of HTML. Browser is the executor of HTML. Your all HTML programs are translated by browser, executed by browser, and outputs also producing inside the browser. Remember a point or not remember? HTML and CSS programs should be translated by the browser only and executed inside the browser only, and outputs also displaying within the browser only. Are you open the web pages outside the browser in your life? Web pages, websites, are you open outside the browser? No. So what is meaning of that? Web pages, browser is compulsory. So as a developer, I'm communicating with my translator with the support of this language. So navigation system, data transportation, type of programming, and role of the language. So I'm performing a mediator role between the web developer and web browser, and my programming structure is the tag-oriented programming structure. My main purpose is navigations and data transportation. Every website we have the same things only, sir. Nothing special. The HTML words meaning, and this is the full form of the HTML. Next one, purpose I'm going to highlighting. What is the purpose of HTML? HTML used to design or to develop static web pages. So if anybody, they asked the question, why we are learning HTML? What is the use of HTML? Then our answer is static web pages. Better use the static words, sir. Don't say only web pages. I got the wrong sign, that one. So use always the better answer and perfect answer, static. Why you are saying the static only, especially, sir? In our internet world, websites inside two pages available. Dynamic pages available, static pages also available. HTML not supports to develop the dynamic pages. By using HTML, we are unable to develop the dynamic pages. Then only we have to give the clarity here. If I write like this, what happens, sir? Okay, sir, answer, but not perfect. If you write like this, it's a perfect answer. But somebody is thinking, okay, static, okay, sir. Then what about the dynamic pages, sir? I want to develop the dynamic pages also, sir. Yes, you have further subjects. Mostly you joined the full stack .NET or full stack Java, full stack web technology, something. You've mostly joined, right? In that full stack of future, you are learning some other courses also. Those are all helping. Can you list out, sir, just for idea purpose? Advanced Java, one subject available, sir. That one, Advanced Java, Servlet and JSP. The Java students are going to learning this one. Next, ASP.NET and one technology is available from the .NET. Next, Python's Flask or Django. Next, PHP. Next, Node.js. These all are used for designing of the dynamic web pages only. All we have to learn it as sir. You don't need to learn all these things. Any one only we are learning. Java students, first one learning. .NET students, second one. Python candidates, third one. Like that, what are the stream you selected? Based on the stream, you are choosing one of these subject. All subjects learning time waste, money waste, sir. Frankly speaking, don't go for the all. Advanced Java, ASP.NET, Flask, PHP, Node.js. These all are also web technologies. What is the purpose? To develop the dynamic web pages. Our HTML, CSS, all these are used for developing of static web pages. But in your full stack, that available, this available. If you combine the both things are a full-fledged application is comes. Static plus dynamic, a full-fledged project. This is not my subject, sir. Future you are going to learning this one, and first line is the only my subject. Come to the first point. HTML language used for the designing of the static web pages. I have the doubt here. So daily in our life, we are using websites, web pages, etc., etc., right? Without internet, even one day also it's not running in our life. Without internet, one day also not possible, right? So as per your experiences, as per your knowledge, what is the use of web page? Anybody? Purpose of web page, use of web page. Collecting information. Okay. Next, any more? Long distance students leave it. Front rows, anybody? Purpose of web pages. User friendly. Online students, purpose of web pages. But I'm not explained anywhere this point, sir. With your general knowledge, I'm asking. Communication. To whom? User to server. Okay. Information sharing, information accessing the data. Current knowledge sharing to clients, providing information to viewers, data collection. Okay. Generally, web pages we are using for two purposes, sir. Mainly two purposes. Almost they are given answer. I'm changing little bit terminologies, wording changing, that's all. One of the main purpose of the web page is data sharing to users. Data sharing to users. So where the data sharing available, sir? You are very till explaining the points, sir. Nothing else, sir. Go to our Amazon. This is data sharing or not? Of course, products sharing. Product is also called as data only. So Amazon company, what are the products available in their warehouse? What are the products they have the stock? That all products information sharing to Amazon customers. Interested candidates they are purchasing, other candidates they are leaving. Sharing this is products listing is nothing but an sharing. Okay, next one, sir. OTT platforms. Amazon Prime Videos, Aha, no need Netflix, G5 something. That is movies websites, but that is also data sharing, yes, sir. How it is data sharing, sir? We are watching the movies, sir. I'm going to watching the movie, okay. But the movie available in that OTT platform or not, how you know that? You want to watch the movie, sir. The movie available in that OTT platform or not, how you know that? Listing of movies or not? A listing of movies is nothing but an data sharing only. So online movies, online songs, online shopping, messaging, social media apps, or JNTU website, your college website, your marks list, or cricket live scorecard, whatever it may be. Always some companies or organizations or universities sharing the information to public and as well as users. This is the ultimate target of the websites. If there is no sharing, sir, the websites waste, sir. www too much worst, sir. Data sharing point not available. No need to use the internet. No need to recharge the data packs. 700 rupees, 800 rupees waste. Your TikTok videos also data sharing, madams. Correct, sir. I'm uploading the video. Users are watching that video. So I'm sharing my video. All my followers, all my fans are going to watching that video. That is also sharing concept. So this is the first point, data sharing to users. At the same time, we want to take some data from the users also. I'm giving some information and user should give again some information back to me. Take and give policy. The second is called as UI, user interfaces. The simple word UI, sir, full form user interfaces. What is the purpose of this one, sir? Reverse of first point, sir. Accepting data from user. User interfaces are used accepting data from the user. Why this one, sir? Already we are sharing the data. I'll show once again. Wait. Go to this one. The user information means data sharing available. I want to purchase one laptop or one TV or something. Okay. Earphones. This is also data sharing. A product's information displaying. But I like this product, sir. But what we are doing here? Buy now. What is this called? Data sharing. Amazon sharing the data. Amazon asking your details. Amazon asking your details. So Amazon company expecting some information from you. Your email ID, your contact number, your address, your type of payments. When you are expecting delivery, any special delivery instructions available, gift pack required, something is expecting from the customers. So this is take policy. Previous screen is the give policy. I'm giving subject to you. You are giving reversely to take and give policy. So you are expecting subject from Naresh Institute. What Naresh Institute required? Salary is required. This much of building maintenance required. So we are sharing the knowledge. You are sharing your money. Take and give policy. This is the web page purpose, sir. So in future, if you face any question, what is the use of websites or what is the use of web pages, sir? Just say these 2 points. Sharing the data to users and as well as accepting the data from the users. Except these 2 points, are you identified anything in our websites? Are you found anything other than these 2? Sir, I worked some so-and-so websites, sir. These 2 points not available. Some different thing is available, sir. Anybody? Other than these 2, are you faced? Are you worked? 101% no chance, sir. No chance, because these are the only purposes of the websites. So HTML used for designing of the static web pages and the web pages are used for designing of these things. Purpose of this. The HTML purpose come HTML advantage, sir. Static web pages. Next continuation. Okay, sir. Web page purpose also we understand. But what is the definition or meaning of the web page, sir? Is there any definition for web page? Is there any meaning for web page, sir? Available, sir. We can say that one also. If anybody are in any interviews, they raise it the question, define the web page. Define the web page. Or what is the meaning of web page? The previous point, meaning of purpose. Purpose. Now I'm going to explaining meaning. So web page is a collection of, or it's a group of HTML elements. Web page is a group of HTML elements. The definition or meaning of the web page. One by one linking points are. So one by one, I'm going to exploring here. HTML is used for designing of the web page. What is a web page? Web page is a group of HTML elements. Well, again, you will get the doubt here, somebody. What is the HTML elements, sir? This word very first time we heard that one, sir. And that is not a problem, sir. I'll write here. So element is a heading. Element is a heading. Or element means a paragraph. Element means an image. Element means a button. Or element means a text box. Element means a password box. Element means a table. We can write like that almost 50 to 60 items, sir. But awareness of 5 to 6 I mentioned here. Checkbox, so radio buttons, so lot of available. Radio buttons, etc., etc., etc. These all are elements. Heading is a HTML element. Paragraph is a HTML element. Image is a HTML element. Button, etc., etc., etc. The simple things are very, very, very simple point. What are the components we are watching inside the web page? What are the items are appear to us? Thus everything is an element. Everything is element. Just wait. What are the things are appearing to you? Only images, huh? Those are images only. Here, what is this? AirPods, huh? This is image only. Bulb is also image. Mouse also image. Bottom of the mouse, we have some text. Bottom of that one, we have some big size data, headings generally. And after that, we have some more message also. Paragraphs, images, headings, combination is web page. Combination of all these things, it becomes as a web page. That only I said here. Element is a one of these. But apply this line and this line, sir. A web page is a group of. This one is over. I'm asking this one. A equals to B. Next, B equals to C. And finally, A equals to C. Apply the formula. Web page is a group of HTML elements. HTML element means this one. But now web page is a group of headings, paragraphs, images, buttons, passwords, tables, checkboxes, radio buttons, something else. So create some number of headings, design some number of tables, type some number of paragraphs, combine all these things, sir. Then a web page is going to building. Combine all these web pages, sir. A website is going to building. Simple. So group of items, it becomes as a page. Group of pages, it becomes as a website. So this point covers the purpose and what is the purpose of web pages we have and what is the meaning of web page also we have here. HTML purpose related all the points. Simple things are. But what are the things are appears to your eyes? Everything should be designed by the HTML programming only. Everything is designed with the HTML coding only. How to write the coding, sir? 10 minutes back, I already said tags. T-A-G, tags. So we are writing tags. The tags output is this one. Simple. Next, some guidelines related to HTML, sir. Programming points are guidelines. HTML is a case insensitive language. HTML is a case insensitive language. Case sensitive, case insensitive, only two languages available, sir. Some of the languages are the case sensitive. Some languages are the case insensitive. What is meaning of case insensitive, sir? Means case restriction not available. We don't have any case restrictions. Case insensitive means no case restrictions. Case restrictions not available. Sir, we have some C knowledge, Java knowledge. We are attending the demo classes of those, sir. Yes. And both are the case sensitive languages. C is the case sensitive and Java is also case sensitive. .NET also case sensitive, Python also case sensitive. You must write the particular cases, capital letters, small letters, compulsory you have to follow. If you are not followed properly, sir, syntax errors are comes, obviously. The other subjects. But in my subject, no case restrictions. But how can type the program, sir? Your interest, capital letters, small letters, are combine it also. Write half program with capital letters, half program with small letters, some lines with mixing. Run it. 100% you will get the output. Really possible, sir. I'll show it. Wait. See, I'm showing that point. HTML, capital, HTML, sorry, small, lowercase I'm using. I'm just a case sensitive meaning I'm showing. Because I'm not explaining any HTML program. H1, welcome. H1 close. Next H1, hello. H1 close. Observe my typing style. One line I typed in small letters. One line I typed in capital letters. Next one, sir. H1. How are you? And H1 close. This is capital letter and this is small letter. But mixing pattern available. One line completely small. One line completely capital. One line caps and smalls combination. If I run this program, what happens, sir? 100% you will get the output. 100% you will get the output. Really, yes, sir. See the output of this program, sir. How to save these programs, that is future, tomorrow's explanation, sir. I'm just saving the program and running directly. This is our output. That is our browser, sir. Observe now here. One tab of Facebook open. One tab our program output is comes. Any errors? No. Full output is there or not? Now is there any case restrictions? No. So we have full freedom. If case restrictions not available, is there any advantage to developers, sir? Risk factor reducing. Otherwise, when you are typing, you have to observe now I'm typing capitals or smalls. Half of the time while typing of your program, head like this only. Reason, a caps lock key is available. I'll switch on or switch off. This is general our typing style, especially Java students. Reason, first one letter capital, only smalls, again capital, smalls, again capital, smalls. This only half of the time we are spending, obviously. That risk HTML not encouraging here. Easy to work, easy to type. So HTML, no case restrictions. That is one of the advantage. Next point. HTML is a interpreter oriented language. HTML is a interpreted oriented language. So what is the meaning of this interpreter, sir? It's a translation system I am explaining, sir. Who translates our program? What is the execution order of the program? This point demonstrating. Sir, we know compiler, sir. Yes, sir. Some subjects are following compilers. C is a compiler oriented. Java is also compiler oriented. But my HTML is the interpreted oriented. So anybody, if you have the doubt, what is this interpreter, sir? It's one of the translator. Interpreter is one of the translator. So doubt available, I'll write it, sir. This is interpreter is one of the translator. What is the working style of interpreter, sir? Line by line translation or group translation? Line by line translation. Interpreter is translating the code. Interpreter is translating the code line by line and executing the code line by line. Translation is line by line, sir, and execution is also line by line. So this is the nature of the HTML programming. HTML always uses the interpreter for translation purpose. What type of translation it is following, sir? Line by line translation and line by line execution. Some other subjects, so all lines translating at a time, sir. Some subjects nature is that one. Some subjects nature is like this. But every subject, they have their own style. Every subject, they have their own structure. As per that, points are going to changing. Next, another programming guideline. Another programming guideline. For working with the C, Java, .NET, Oracle, we have to download any softwares or not? If already started the programming in that batches, you have to download some software and you should install the software. But HTML, CSS, no downloads, no installations. For HTML and CSS, no downloads and no installations. Or how can work it, sir? We have alternatives for that one. First, to complete this point. So no need to download and install any software. No need to download any software and no need to install any software. But how can work it, sir? I'll type here, see that. Program typing and save. Program typing and saving in Notepad. You can type the program and save the program in Notepad. Executions, browser. Execution and output in browser. But now see that in almost all your laptops and desktops, you have Notepad already or not? In all your computers, browser also available or not? In all these computers, we have the browser also, right? We don't need to install anything. We don't need to install anything. Just type the program and save the program in Notepad. Execution and outputs in the browser. That's all, sir. Separately, no need to install anything. But I'll give the small clarity here. It is somebody's knowledge, sir. Somebody's previous awareness. Sir, we need Visual Studio Code, sir. Visual Studio Code required for working with HTML, or we need some Edit Plus or something, sir. Visual Studio, Edit Plus, net something. For additional features we are using. For additional features. If you want to work with the basic programming, we doesn't require any softwares. These are the more enough for us. These are the more enough for us. Just a minute, sir. Okay. Sir. Sir. Okay. 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 Sir. Sorry, sir. So for HTML only this one, sir, or for all other softwares also, sir? HTML, CSS, and even JavaScript to Bootstrap also, sir. Bootstraps also you don't need to install the software. From Angular, React onwards, installation also starts. Before that, the four subjects, sir. The four subjects are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Maybe in future you are going to learning Bootstrap also, that Bootstrap also. And nothing required to download and install. Sir, we already tried, sir, installing. Without installing, it doesn't work, sir, something, sir. If you have any doubts, sir, tomorrow we are starting programming, sir. So I'll show that one how to work it. You don't worry. I'm not installing any software, but I'm designing the program. I'm running the program also. Other softwares to our front-end technologies, one special, this one. Except these softwares, any other knowledge if you have, without installing, are you worked? Or you can design any program without downloading and installations? No, sir. C language to Python language or C language to Oracle. Download, installing, download, installing, download, installing. But here nothing is required. This is another programming guideline of the HTML. Next. What is the execution order of the HTML, sir? Top to bottom or bottom to top, random executions or something, sir. 99% of the softwares are running always in which order? Top to bottom only. Whether one or two subjects only with the differently following, sir. But majority of the software's execution order is the top to bottom only, compulsory. Then only we'll get the proper outputs. Otherwise, sir, outputs coming in the jumbling process. So HTML execution order is top to bottom. HTML execution order is top to bottom order. Next, and the another guideline of the HTML. HTML is portable. HTML is a portable coding, sir. It's one of the special feature of the HTML. Portable is one of the special feature of the HTML. What is the meaning of portable, sir? I'll explain that. Before that, could you answer anybody? Client means electronic devices or electrical devices or automobiles. But which device is supporting to access the internet? Those all the called as client devices only, right? Client devices portability connection available, sir. I'll show the small picture here. See that. This is my HTML code. This is my HTML code developed in my desktop for my desktop purpose. And I designed one page, a login pages, sign up pages, some page I designed. And I tested in my desktop, sir. It's working perfectly. Then I'm copying this one to some laptop, sir. I'm copying this one to some TV, sir, by using pen drive. I'm copying this one to some mobile, sir. Same code without any changes. And I'm copying this one to my car by using the pen drive. But the page opened or not opened? With your internet knowledge, the page opens or not opens? Opens. Because nowadays internet we are using only in computers. No, these all devices we are using. What is all these things called? Clients. TV is a client, laptop is a client, car is also client, mobile is also client. So what are the code we developed here? What are the code we developed here? The same code as easily we can open in other devices also. This is called as portability. So clients changing, sir. You don't need to change the source code. Browsers changing, sir. You don't need to change the source code. Develop the code once run anywhere in the dunya. The whole dunya we can run the program in any of the client devices. It's one of the advantages, sir. This feature not available. Developers Kelkatam. Reason your website to clients users are accessing from which device? Laptops only, mobiles, digital cameras, no idea. But when you are developing the website, how to write the codes, sir? You have the different users, different users using different client missions, right? But the same website I want to open in all these devices, but HTML not supporting portability. HTML not supporting the portability. But how to design the website? One time code, multiple times code, multiple times. Develop the abc.com website for computers. Develop the same abc.com website for mobiles. Develop the same abc.com website for TVs. But half of our life there only endings are simple. But without the trouble, HTML providing this portability. If you write the code once, we can run from any of the client devices. One of the very useful feature of the HTML. Then only a websites daily you are opening from the different electronic devices, sir. So these are the programming guidelines. When you are typing the programming, just remember these guidelines. As per these guidelines, try to work it. It's an interpreter translating, downloading is not required, and it is a case in sensitive or non-sensitive language. Balancings we'll discuss in tomorrow's session, sir. Before that, a small announcement for only offline students. Only for offline students. Tomorrow, admins are going to checking, sir. Checking is starting from tomorrow onwards. So please carry your ID cards and fee receipts, hard copy, not soft copy. Mobiles not accepted. Physically, you have to maintain your ID card as well as your fee receipt. Remember that one. Tomorrow checking is going on. So please carry your ID card or fee receipt to manually, not the screenshots. Screenshots not accepted. Pictures not accepted. Okay, na? So thank you all, sir. Tomorrow we'll continue. Same place. We are not discussed together in tomorrow's explanation.
Static means continuously same data display. Dynamic means continuously data changing.